Oh, yes. Well, hi, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing your Friday evening with us. Well, this is Hospitaliteam's second ever info session. So we are a relatively new student organization. Oh, do you want me to use the microphone? Hello, can you? Welcome to those of you on Zoom. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. So first, welcome. We're very excited to present to you today. Small side note, we are selling these stickers for $2. They're really, really cute from our org. Oh yeah, sorry for the people on Zoom. But yes, anyways, thanks for coming out. So real quick, just a brief overview of what we're going to go over in this meeting, our mission, how we accomplish the mission, what membership looks like in our organization, and then how to be successful on your application this cycle. Oh, do we need to introduce myself? Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Alyssa. I'm currently the president of Hospitaliteam, and here is Ariana.
Hello, everyone in person and also on Zoom. So my name is Ariana. I'm the vice president for Hospitaliteam. So just a little bit more about our mission. Our mission is to provide kindness and a warm welcome to patients who may be feeling isolated or disconnected from the world. So essentially, we hope to provide all the patients with fun, comfort, and compassion during their stay, just to ensure that their non-medical needs are cared for. Again, being in the hospital can be really isolating, so really having someone that you can connect to is super important. But really, that's what our goal is. And then also, we work with patients at Shands, including adult inpatients who are not already reached by other student orgs on campus, and then we have weekly volunteer shifts who are dedicated just basically to providing care. So we'll take over.
Were you guys able to see the slide at all when we were talking about it? Okay. All right. Well, yes, this is our mission. So how do we accomplish this mission of connecting with patients in the hospital? We volunteer in weekly shifts. So we have a hospitality cart where we round on patients. We offer them self-care and hygiene items. This can be things like deodorant and brushes. We offer leisure activities, Sudoku, word search, and puzzle games, and also a companion, which is us. Visiting patients is super fun. We get to connect with them. Basically, we can just talk to them for as long as they allow us to. We offer games to them, so if they need someone to play with, we can provide that. I know some people have stayed with patients for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours even. So it's a really rewarding experience to be able to connect with people who don't always get that companion because staff is often so busy with their medical needs that their non-medical needs are not always cared for.
Yeah, I also wanted to add that just like for context, a lot of the rooms in the hospital don't have any windows or anything, so it is very isolating being in them. So if you don't have anyone visiting you or talking to you, there's really not too much for you to do. So that's also what's super important about our hospitality part. So one thing that patients also really love is the essential oils. So those ones, again, the smell in the hospital can be not the most pleasant. So having something to help like freshen up the scent, patients really super appreciate. And then also just, again, like Alyssa mentioned, having someone to talk to is super great, and any games just to keep them busy.
So general Shands requirements to volunteer in Shands, you need to complete an information session, occupational health clearance, and a placement appointment. You're going to be required to show your vaccine records, including the COVID-19 full series and the flu vaccine. You must be over 18 years old to apply to our organization. And if you are accepted, all the dates and all that kind of stuff will be sent out sometime in April. About our shifts in particular, they are once a week for 3 hours. For the summer, the hours of the shifts are going to be 9 to 12 and 3 to 6. And we work on 11 different floors of the North Tower, including the mother baby unit and the burn ICU. And you do have a partner on your shifts where you round with the cart. You can take turns going into patient rooms and things like that. Our organization has experienced a lot of growth this semester. And a great thing about working with adult patients is that you get to see a wide range of like specialties and different things like For example, like the mother baby and the burn ICU, we get to see a lot of different conditions and people in different states of health, I guess I'll just say. So it's really great to be able to see kind of the behind the scenes of what patients are going through during their stay.
Yeah, also a little bit just to talk about the growth of our org. So this is our first semester volunteering actually in the hospital, so we're relatively new, but we started off with only 5 different units that we were going into, but now we're in 11, so we're quickly growing. So it just shows how much our org is expanding, and hopefully maybe one day we'll be all across the hospital
And different hospitals as well.
yeah, the different towers and stuff. So super great, and everyone in here is really contributing to just the growth of the org. And so thank you also to all the members.
Yes, thank you to our members who are here today. Okay, so Hospitaliteam is kind of like it has 2 parts basically. There's a student org component and then also the chance component, the volunteering. So I've already went over the volunteering. So the membership requirements, we do have a point requirement where you need 9 total points. This includes 3 social events, 3 fundraising events, and 3 service events. And dues are also $25 for new members and $20 for returning members. And we have GBMs bi-weekly on Wednesdays. This might be subject to change in the summer, just because the summer semester is a little bit weird, but this is what it should look like in the fall and spring semesters.
Also, another great thing is just about being a student org outside of just volunteering in Shands is you really get the opportunity to get to know all of the members. It makes it more close-knit and knowing people going to different events. So they're super fun and exciting. We have a little slide that shows the different events that we've had, so stay tuned for that one. But it's really just an opportunity to make an impact both in the hospital and in Gainesville, and then also connect with your fellow people in the work.
Yeah, so these are our wonderful members. Some of them are here today. Thank you so much for coming. But yeah, every event that we've held this semester has had great turnout. We've really bonded and connected as a team. I feel very close to the people that I've been working with in the hospital, and it really just helps with the work. Like, not only is the work rewarding, but I also enjoy hanging out with the people that I work with. And I feel like that's really important.
Shout out again to all our other members. We've had some super fun events so far, like team bonding stuff. We had a scavenger hunt across campus, so shout out to Anthony and Kylie for organizing that. Just really something that we do also want to continue in the future is just having different ways to connect with people in the org and get to know all the lovely people.
And we also have a mascot. This dog right here, his name is Mickey. He's our official hospitality mascot. So actually, his owner's graduating, so he won't be a mascot after this, but for now he is.
Also, for the point requirements, when we do have them, we do also provide universal opportunities, so it's not like overwhelming to get your points or anything, just so that you like stay in the org and committed. So.
And if you're interested in coming to one of our public events, we are having a fundraiser at Tijuana Flats on this upcoming Monday, 5 to 8 p.m. So you can go at any time during that block, and make sure that you mention Hospitaliteam at checkout, and a portion of your purchase will go towards our mission. Here's the official flyer, which will also be posted on our social media if you forget. But yeah, hope to see you there. Okay, yeah, real quick, just want to introduce our current executive board, subject to change very, very soon, unfortunately. But I'm Alyssa. I'm currently the president.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ariana. I said earlier, and I'm vice president for the board. Super exciting. Love everyone here.
Unfortunately, most of our board is not present right now, but we have Guriel, who's our wonderful chief of finances, Sun, our lovely chief of fundraising, Tiffany. I'm gonna rotate the camera. Say hi. Absolute wonderful person who makes all of our social media posts. If you've ever seen the feed, I think it looks amazing. So credit to her for doing that. Anthony, owner of Mickey, chief of membership. Sarah, who plans all of our service events outside of the hospital, community affairs, and Brian, who just keeps everything organized within the hospital. He's our chief of hospital affairs. All right, and next, application information. So our theme is, oh, the places you'll grow. As our org is new, we are growing. This is our 2nd semester, and we kind of want to see what kind of growth you can bring to our org, as we are also growing. Our applications are currently open. They will close on March 28th at 11:59. Interviews are currently set for April 5th through 7th, and final decisions will be released no later than April 13th. So, quick note, unfortunately, you can apply to other orgs, Dream Team, Footprints, Solace, Child Life, whatever your heart desires. But if you are accepted into multiple, you can only volunteer with one. So if you, for example, got into Hospitaliteam and like Footprints, you kind of have to pick like, which one do I want to be in? Which more power to you, like good for you for getting into multiple orgs, but please pick us. And basically a quick tip for making your application strong is we want to see your passion and motivation. The main thing is, why do you want to volunteer with us specifically? So like I said, there's a lot of orgs out there, Dream Team, Footprints, etc. But what brings you to Hospitaliteam? What makes us special to you? What do you know about us? Things like that. And what can you bring to our team? Oh, yes. Follow our social media, signed by Tiffany, for more information to make your application as strong as it can be. There's a lot of great info on our website. We have a frequently asked questions section, a blog with all of our past events, member spotlights, things like that. Everything is written on the social media. So if you really want to know who we are and what we do, check that out.
So as Alyssa said, really just when you love, make sure when you submit your applications, really just make it as personal as possible. So we have our mission and kind of what our goal is for Insurance Hospital. So really looking at that and how it connects to you and what you would bring to the org. Yeah, excited to see all of your applications. And also please join our team. These are some very lovely people in the org.
Yes, we're currently looking at 28 members, but I think that will be growing in the summer and then definitely in the fall. Oh, yes. Here's a silly picture of our members at one of our socials. I kind of wanted to open the floor up to our current members. If anybody is interested in giving a little spiel about their experience in Hospitaliteam, maybe convincing people like why they should join, things like that. Feel free to like put your hand up and I can give you the mic. Ethan, you've been volunteered. All right, we had one volunteer.
Hello again, I'm Tiffany. So I really recommend joining this organization because honestly, I think it is like literally everything you could want from involvement because you have the volunteering aspect where you're benefiting the community. And especially if you're group health, it's a great opportunity to get working with patients in the hospital. So that is amazing. It's great for that regard. But also beyond that, it's so fun to be in it because you have so many other events like socials and community service events. So I think just overall every week, because beyond the GBMs, we meet like probably once or twice every week just because of how many events you have. So you really get close to everyone in the org. I have made so many besties in this very brief period of the semester. And I just think that in every regard, we're so tight-knit and just the environment, like everyone here is amazing, welcoming, and just really passionate about serving others. So the community itself is just amazing and the opportunities that we provide are just unmatched. It's definitely my favorite organization. I mean, I'm biased because I was in the founding group, but just like completely in every regard, I think you can get more from any organization that you run.
Hi guys, my name is Dustin, and I'm a member of Hospitaliteam as well. And so I was going to talk a little bit about like volunteering through Shannon's because I did previously through previous mentors just straight through Shannon's, like through their program, and it's great. You know, you get to learn the ins and outs of the hospital setting and that kind of thing. But like I didn't get much patient interaction, and so that's why I sought out an organization and joined Hospitality this semester, and it's been great ever since. We have a lot of fun going to different patients' rooms and get to interact with a lot of different people, which is very rewarding, you know, just seeing their faces light up when you walk in the room. And some of them have been there before, so they've seen different members of Hospitality, so they recognize you when you walk in. And it's you know, their face light up and you see the stuff they already have, they're very excited to get new items. And so the ability to interact with different patients and gain that experience is something that, you know, it can be hard to come by sometimes. So it's something that I've very much appreciated about hospitality in the past semester. And yeah, shout out to Tiffany, my amazing shift partner.
One of the best memories that I have of hospitality was like walking around with the car on my shift, and someone was literally like, "Oh my gosh, where have you been? I've been waiting for you all day. Like I've been waiting all weekend. I didn't see you guys," and that was just like really heartwarming for me because as someone who like founded this organization, I can just tell that I really did make a difference, even if it's just this one person's life. But that's enough for me, you know. So nice.
Okay, so just a little bit about like my experience with hospitality. Overall, amazing organization. Definitely one of my favorites. I mean, when we get a special little ribbon, so I just came back from my I just came back from my shift today, and I get to show off the amazing ribbons. It's just like I love that being a part of hospitality. You get to really show their compassion to other patients in terms of interaction and everything. As what you were saying before, it's truly an rewarding experience being able to interact with all these patients. And like you were saying, they always like light up when we go in the room. It's like, we've been waiting for you. And it's just getting that from patients. It's so amazing. It's like really heartwarming to realize the impact that you're making on others, to be able to do something as simple as being there for them, talking with them, or playing some games with them. Definitely a very rewarding organization. And outside of volunteering, it's just like amazing to be able to connect as well with like other students in the organization. We're all really close. It's like really like another family, and it's just super amazing. Overall, great organization.
Thank you. Sorry. I was gonna add something. I don't got my hands over this one.
I try to speak to the same people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I guess I can sort of talk about why I feel as though making the decision to join hospitality over other pre-medical organizations that on the surface may offer a very similar sort of experience for you is the right decisions. I would say so I acknowledge the fact that a lot of our characteristics as an org are actually our strengths. So the fact that we're new, you know, I feel as though we come in with a certain degree of inclusivity, and you feel the impact that you make in terms of adding to that culture, right? So everyone that walks into our doors is able to really formulate their own path in the context of how we grow as an organization. You're able to be part of that growth. And for me, it's something that's very rewarding. You know, we're small, and as a result of that, we're very tight and close community, right? It's very easy to get to know everyone. It's very easy to find your place within the org. It's very easy to make besties. And one other thing I'll say is, you know, we are entering a hospital with a very specific type of service. Right? We're offering that part. We're offering this hospitality part. Definitely know a lot about our org. It's very helpful to know what we do. But you know, with that part, you're never anyone's enemy. You're giving these complimentary items out. It's a service offered between us and Shan's. It's something that, you know, was recently had been discontinued for a long time and had been brought by popular demand for patients. So you're never going to be anyone's enemy. You're always everyone's best friend when you walk into the ward. Sometimes people will be expecting you. Sometimes they'll be expecting you over the weekend and say, "Oh, I want volunteers the night before." You know, and that's something that not a lot of orgs can offer you, right? So when we look at measurements of satisfaction from a volunteering standpoint, they use surveys like that. Having a specific goal and purpose that we do just makes your volunteering experience not only more cohesive and standardized, but it just makes it just better, right? You're not going to have any downtime. You're always going to be doing something. You're always going to feel as if you're making an impact. And what I'll say as well is because we offer that service that's quite universal, we visit a lot of different units. You know, we visit the burn unit, we visit med-surg, we visit patients who are about to undergo surgery, and then we may see them afterwards in the next few weeks recovering in med-surg. I mean, you know, being able to see that from a clean standpoint is very rewarding, and that's something you need to do that sort of work as well.
Yeah, it's just really amazing to see what even just a small word search across the phone can do for patients who, you know, they're all day, unfortunately, but
Okay. Hi guys.
So my experience with hospitality, I was in the faculty class, if that's what we want to call it. I was one of like the original 10 members, I guess. And I went in thinking everybody kind of knew each other and kind of starting to feel a little excluded, kind of having to like really force myself in there. But the warm welcome that I was greeted with, like, kind of made me want to cry a little bit. Like, everybody was so kind and just like, they made me feel like I was supposed to be there. I had a reason to be there. And the volunteer experiences kind of taught me the same thing. Like Charles, who was just speaking, he and I interacted with the same patient 2 days like back to back. And I talked to her for like 45 minutes the day before because she was like a major chatterbox, really wanted to talk to people. And I thought, okay, you know, I made a small difference in her day, but she's gonna move on. She's gonna forget, and then I'm gonna serve as many patients as I possibly can. But the next day we have an event, right? And Charles comes up to me, he's like, oh my God, Kylie, do you remember that patient in MedSurg? She mentioned you and she talked to me for so long, it was just so sweet. And like, we're making a difference, they remember who we are. It's really cool to see, because like I worked at North Florida too for a while, volunteering. And it was not the same experience. It was a lot of like, I did some clerical work, brought some people water, but in the end, they wouldn't remember who you were. But like, hospitality is very different. It's like an impactful. Yeah. I hope I hit all the points I have that right.
Sorry, that's good.
Yeah, my name's Ryan. So kind of building off of what Kylie was talking about, I think like the most important takeaway for me for like volunteering or being in this organization is that understanding or discovering the impact of how like little action.
Sorry.
It's understanding like how important like these little interactions that you have are, because like I've had family, I currently have family in like long-term stays in the hospital at the moment, and you know, they kind of crave like these interactions. And even like when like a nurse would walk in and like speak to my grandfather for like 10 minutes, you know, he would talk to me about it for like an hour. Like these little interactions that we have with them matter so much to them. And like to me personally, like, you know, sometimes you might have the days where you go into a particular floor and, you know, every patient's rather standoffish, or during my hour or my 3 hours where I volunteer, it's usually nap time. So, but, you know, if I go into that floor and someone's awake and, you know, I'm able to go in there and provide them with something or provide them a conversation like that, to me alone is worth it, because that person is someone's grandfather, that person is someone's mother. You know, these people are important to their own people, and if you can make them like, if you can make them still feel like that they matter, I think that that's like the most important thing that you could ever do for someone. So.
Hello, my name's Ethan. I'm a new member of Hospitaliteam. And I'll just like add on to what Ryan was saying. My experience, you know, at the hospital has been very meaningful. You just see so many, you know, different patients and people from all different areas and walks of life. You know, I just enjoy like sitting down with the patients. It's like the best thing ever, because you know many people have so many stories. They've been around here for so long. They've experienced so much, and they're just looking for somebody to talk to. And you know, other providers or doctors and nurses will not have the time to like sit with them for an hour, but we do, and it just becomes so happy. And it's crazy when like they remember your name, or let's say another volunteer goes to the patient's room. You know, I met Ethan. I remember that he's a biology major. You know, it's like you hear about other volunteers, you know, through the patients as well. Yeah. I'll just say that my experience at hospital is very meaningful. So my name is Santosh, and it's kind of difficult to follow up after all these different great kind of speeches. But I can kind of talk about my experiences with hospitality and volunteering in the hospital. And kind of just like how, again, piggybacking off of what a lot of people have said, how impactful we are on different people that we visit. Almost every single time that I've gone in for a volunteering shift, I've sat down with someone for at least like 20, 30 minutes and just exchanging stories and that kind of thing. It's absolutely wonderful hearing everyone's like life stories or like just what they're going through and that kind of thing. And just kind of seeing life from a different perspective. So like just today, I sat down with someone for 30 minutes, and after hearing about his life for about 20 minutes, we started learning Sudoku together. I had never thought in my life I would play Sudoku, but that was something he wanted to try out, and we did it. And we did 2 whole puzzles. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful experience, and I would definitely recommend joining.
Okay, it's also hard to follow everyone else who said everything, so I'm just reiterating. But yes, hospitality is amazing, 10 out of 10 recommend. No, but it's honestly so much like, it's such a great word because I'm in a lot of like other words, but they're so big, like I don't even know people's names. Like hospitality, especially just start like from the retreat, like it's such a small group of people, so you actually get to meet them, like I know their names, I know like their names from the retreat when we did like different games and just like I know like who they are, and so it's like more like such a meaningful org, you know, that you can really bond with the people. And then yeah, volunteering wise, it's like so amazing to like give back to the community and like yeah, like see that you're actually making an impact like firsthand. And whether it's just going into like hand someone essential oil pad or like talk to them for 2 hours, it's just like a great experience. And I always think about all my like patient interactions. I like reflect on them after. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like so crazy. It's just so great to hear about their life stories and their thoughts on life. And yeah, it's just such a great one. So I definitely recommend applying.
I get like 17 testimonies, so you have to do it. Right. Did you want to have a testimony? Hello again, everyone. So my name's Ariana again, but kind of to reiterate, like everyone always mentioned, all the lovely things already in the org, but really to our core is we want to provide compassionate care to the patients. So again, I don't know if anyone has ever had like anyone in the hospital or anything, but unfortunately it is really isolating being in there. So our like mission to its core being compassionate care is really being that person who can provide compassion, be someone who can listen to, who can really just be there for the patients is really super important. And like everyone said, you can see the impact both during your shift and if you're able to see them again. Also, even just the little items that they can get, like the games, the essential oil, stuff like that, you really do see like their faces light up and how meaningful it is to them, which is really impactful. And that is what I really love about the org. And then also outside of being in the hospital, again, we have a lot of different opportunities. So you really get to know everyone in the org, more about them. So it makes it, when you're going to events, it's not like, oh, here's this event I have to go to. It's like, oh, like I get to see my friends, get to know more about them. So overall, lovely people, lovely org, would recommend, and hope to see all your applications. I feel like everybody touched on the volunteering aspect very well. Like it's very, very meaningful to interact with patients. On the membership side though, I really, really encourage and emphasize like fostering interactions with members, between members, because I feel like having a close-knit team is just as important as the work we do in the hospital. Like Michelle said, there's a lot of orgs out there. They are very large. I'm in a couple, don't know a single person's name, and I'm a social director and I don't know anyone's name. The Hospitaliteam is definitely my baby. I mean, like, I love every single person in this org. They make such a wonderful contribution, not only to the Gainesville community, but also to me. Like it's just wonderful to even have this meeting right now. and have members testifying how wonderful the org is. It's brings tears to my eyes truly. But yes, we can move forward. So contact us if you have any questions. You can reach us at Instagram and Facebook, UF Hospitaliteam, and then I think just regular Hospitaliteam on Facebook. You can DM us on any social media platform if you have any questions. They will be answered by our lovely Tiffany. If you want to join our listserv, the QR code is below. That is kind of like a occasional email that we'll send out with events and application updates, things like that. But most importantly is the link tree. I would scan that. It has links to all of our social media and the application and our last recorded info session, which might be replaced by this one. But yes, this link will bring you to everything you need to know about us.
Also, you can see some hot and posts. Go follow it.
Oh yes, please like our posts and follow us. But anyways, thank you so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate you being here. As you can see, we're a silly org. Going by our nickname H-Team, but if you have any questions, you can either email us at this email address. Can you buy stickers any other time? Yes. Come find me somehow. You can DM the social media and we can find some time to meet up. We'll be tabling actually next week. It should be every day until Friday, Monday through Thursday. So we'll be selling stickers there as well. But yeah, we can't wait to read your application. Good luck, everyone, and let us know if there's anything that we can do for you, including buying stickers.
As for now, did anyone else have any other questions?
If we like apply regularly to volunteer at Shands, but also want to do this and like get in, is there like something we're gonna have to do extra? Like to tell Shands that we're doing you guys?
Yeah, so if you get, we're separate from like, it's like a separate process. So if you're like normally volunteering in Shands, and then you also apply to and get into our org afterwards, and you just communicate with that, and you would volunteer like directly through our org. Also attended the meetings on Wednesdays. So the meetings currently are from 7 to 8 on Wednesdays, but that's what we did this year. So subject to change based on the future. Exactly.
What if we don't probably volunteer at Shands?
Oh, no worries at all. You don't have to be a previous volunteer or anything, really just a person who wants to provide compassion to any of the patients and really support our mission is our goal is, so you don't have to have any previous volunteer experience.
Oh, cool. Then do you have to, sorry, do you have to like actually apply to Shands separate from this or?
So the question for people if you didn't hear, but do you have to apply to volunteer at Shands and volunteer at our org? So if you volunteer, submit our application, then you're automatically, if you're get into our org, then you would automatically be a volunteer. So that's your question. Yep. Any questions? No. Well, again, this will be recording will be posted on the website, and thank you for coming out. Please come up if you'd like us to be here.
And we can hang out and talk. We'll be here for a couple more minutes. So if you have any questions, want to get to know us, feel free.
Goodbye to everyone on Zoom. Bye, Zoom.